The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, New Productions and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
I'm a big fish in a small pond. Got my days free and the nights long. I create my own reality. Who I am is fine with me. As famous as I wanna be. Who I am is fine with me. It's who I am. It's who I am. Who I am is fine with me.
Hi everybody, it's Maria from What's the Story with Maria. How's it going? So Facebook has somehow changed the little format, so there's some stuff blinking and I hope I'm here, but you know what? We'll just go with it. What else can we do? So anyway, it's good to be here. I hope you can hear me. If you can, just give me a thumbs up or something like that. So we are live from New York City. This is What's the Story with Maria, and I, of course, am Maria. Okay, great. So I can't see any, for some reason, I can't see your comments if they do come in. If you have a chance to comment, that way I'll know you're here, because as I said, Facebook has changed its format. So we want to welcome you to What's the Story with Maria. We meet here every week at 9 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday nights, and we've been doing that for almost 3 years now. So we're going to hit our third season soon. Hey, Lottie, can you see me? Can you guys comment so I know you're there? Having a little bit of a hard time tonight. I don't know. You know what? Maybe I'll end and start again. Okay, so we're still on the radio, which is great. I'm going to try this Facebook Live thing again. Okay. All right, so welcome. Hold on one second. All right, I'm coming. Oh, okay, I'm going to come right back in, okay? So just hang on there if you're listening to me on the podcast. If this is a recorded podcast, just hang in there. We're just trying. I think a lot of people these days are on Facebook Live. It used to not be as many people before. So now I think there's a lot of people. Can you guys see me now? Mando, let me know if you can, if it's going live right now. I think it is. There's a lot that has changed, so maybe that's the old one. Okay, never mind. Hang in there. We're trying to come back in. We're having some problems with Facebook Live, but don't give up. Don't give up the ship. Don't give up the ship, even when you feel it sinking. It's one of my favorite songs. And you don't know what to do. There we go. I think we're coming in now. All right. I think. Okay, so it's spinning, streaming. Let's see. As soon as I come live, you guys let me know if you see me, because we're having a little Facebook issue tonight. But if you see me and you can let me know, please type in or something. Okay, so once again, I know for the radio station, I apologize. We just came in live. A little while ago. This is Maria from What's the Story with Maria, and we are here every week. I can't see any of the comments for some reason. I don't know why. But if you guys can type that you're here, then I will know that you're here. I'm having a little bit of an issue in not seeing my comments. Okay, stay on this page. Now I see it. So, Linny, you probably know all about this, and that Facebook Live has changed its platform for some reason, and it's hard to. All right, that's the old one. No, I'm having problems again. Okay, hold on, hang in. I'm coming back. Okay, stay right there. Okay, I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna come right back. You know what I'm gonna start doing, since Facebook is changing its platform? I think I'm going to have to start a little before the show actually starts, and then we can go live, because they have changed their platform. Go live now. Let's see. Go live now. Okay. All right. So do me a favor, guys. Just keep commenting. For some reason, that part is not coming up. So it's going to be hard to know who is commenting and who isn't commenting. But if you can comment, it would really help me out. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, Lynn, if you were having the same issue today. But there's a lot of people on Facebook now. So the problem is that we don't get to see your comments so much. Okay, so anyway, let's just keep going because we are live on the radio, which is Armed Radio, armeddigitalmedia.com, armedradioglobal.com. That is streaming right now. And we, of course, we love to go live. Stay on page, okay. Yeah, I think we're here. Can you guys see me? No, now it has stopped again. Oh my God in heaven. All right, there's a lot happening. All right, this is going to make me crazy. Just what we need. Done. That's done. Start again. Okay, so we're going live and we're in New York, and there's, as you can imagine, New York City is really, really crazy right now. And so I'm not surprised that Facebook is also completely overloaded. And I think that's part of the problem, that there's a huge overload, and so people are having a hard time seeing any of it. You know, and it's just like there's a lot of people on right now. So I think that's part of the problem. And what else? I'm just going to keep going. That's all I can do. There's nothing else I can do. They've changed the platform. So, okay. Anyway, so yeah, this is What's the Story with Maria. This is Tuesday, March 31st. And this is my third week now of going live while all this craziness is happening. And the craziness that I'm talking about is that it's the coronavirus. So maybe years from now you'll watch this and say, what is she talking about? And I hope sooner than later people will be watching and not remember it, or say, I'm so glad we're past that. But right now we're in it, and it's affecting everything we do, including this Facebook Live thing. It's just hard to know. You know, but we're going to have people call in. We're going to have a lot going on. What I'm trying to do, okay, there we go. Shani, you're in. Then you're saying, hey, that means someone's reacting. Great. Now the names are coming in. There was a serious, hi, Scotty Barbarino. Scotty's going to call in. Thank goodness. We're having some serious Facebook Live issues. Now, that does not mean the radio station keeps going. And thank you, Jim Bell. He is our producer and engineer. He's in New Hampshire, and he's still running the show, which is great. So we're still streaming live, and then this will be put into a podcast, and then that will be on Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. So I don't know if you could hear me, but what I was saying was we're in New York. So we broadcast from New York City. That's where we live. Well, that's where I live, and there's a lot going on. And it's like every day, I was just telling Jimmy earlier, every day I try not. First, I couldn't stop watching the news. It was like I just couldn't stop watching it, just like when anything disastrous happens. But now I'm at a point where I feel like if I watch the news, I'm not going to be able to function. So I don't know. You know, it's like I'm torn in between doing what you want to do, and you want to make sure that you're plugged into things, and then the other part of it is that you don't want to overload your brain or your psyche or your, they say that when something really traumatic happens to a person, that the body goes into shock. And what does that mean when your body goes into shock? It means that, it means this. If you were to take in all of what you saw and heard at the same time during a traumatic situation, your brain and body would shut down. So what the brain does is, it's really amazing. The human body is amazing. And what the brain does is it takes in what it can and stops it at the door. It says, no more. It's going to shut down. So just a little at a time. And as it takes it in, it releases just enough that you can handle. And so I think that's kind of what's happening to me. It's the weirdest thing. I'm at this place where I'm like taking in as much as I can take in, and then I do something and get really busy, which is great. Being busy is great. And then I shut down again. And then I go about my business. And I don't know if anybody else is experiencing that. but it's just the way it goes. You know, it's like, what else can we do? So people are typing in. A few people have typed in. I don't know. It's driving me crazy. Facebook changed its format. Okay, so that's the way it goes, and that's what we'll have to do from now on. All right. Anyway, so we are going to have Scott Barberino is going to call in. Scotty, why don't you call in anytime, honey bunny? So last night were the MAC Awards, and the MAC Awards, if you don't know what they are, or if you don't live in Manhattan, they are the Manhattan Association of Cabarets and Clubs. What they do every year is they have an award show. It's kind of like Lenny Watt said, the people's choice of award shows. And so last night were the MAC Awards. Don't even tell me. Oh God, I'm having one of those nights, man. Okay, so last night were the MAC Awards, and what they did was, because they usually have them in a big place, and here's Scotty right now. I'll have him tell you about it. Hey, Scotty. Can you hear me, honey?
Hi, Maria.
Hi, sweetheart.
I can see you, and I can see you.
Okay, and can you hear me too when you're watching the video? Okay.
I did hear you on the video. I just lowered it because I don't want to have any feedback.
Yeah, no, I'm glad. I just was having trouble. I kept getting booted off, and I had to keep going back, but it's okay. There's a new
Facebook
format. It's
Facebook
overloaded.
Can be tricky sometimes.
Yeah, well, I mean, I usually don't have trouble. I think in the last month it's been overloaded because everybody's trying to get on there. Because everybody needs the internet and all that stuff. So, anyway, honey, I wanted to congratulate you on your win.
Thank you, Maria.
Now, why don't you tell the viewers and the listeners what you won last night and what the MAC Awards are?
The MAC Awards are the Manhattan Association of Cabarets. They used to be clubs, but now it's just cabarets.
Okay.
And the awards are given to the community, from the community. It's voted on by your fellow members. And we actually received the Show of the Year award, which was a great honor for us.
Yeah, and who is we? So you can tell everybody.
Myself, is Piano Bar Live and the team at Piano Bar Live. Tony Javid, Michael Mackesy, Michael Barbieri. And we have been doing this live streaming thing for 9 months now. When we started it, we had no idea that we were going to need it so much now. But we've been showing Piano Bar and trying to bring that to the world.
Yeah, and it really took off. I mean, it took off right away, I think.
Well, I've been in the business for 40 years, and I know everybody over the last 40 years, and I consider them all friends. We haven't always agreed on everything, but we're just one tight group of people. And so I was able to, I could go from the beginnings to where we are now, because I work with a lot of young people that are starting to become interested in cabaret. So we hit the right spot.
Yeah, you certainly did. I agree.
And I picked the right person. Michael Mackesy, hosting, brought in a lot of the old stuff that we used to do. And
yep.
We kind of felt like we were showing that off to the new people coming in. We want to pass the torch.
Yep, and I agree. Michael is a perfect person, musical director and personality, and he's, and he remembers the way it used to be, and he also knows the way it is now. And you're an amazing producer, Scotty. I've known you a long time, and you really are. You really, what I really love about you is how calm you can be in what would normally be like a frazzled situation. I always appreciated that about you.
I appreciate that. I was listening to you earlier about how the brain works.
Yeah.
And mine works that way. There's a point where I use the phrase, the cake is in the oven, and then you just have to go with it. At that point, you have to fly. And I like doing that, actually. I have been a performer myself, and we did a lot of ad-lib and that kind of stuff when I had my group, FF. So I appreciate that, Maria. This is actually the second time that I've been involved with winning a Show of the Year. The first one was back a little way with Therese Janecko and her little big band.
Oh, right. So I love Therese. I love her.
Mm-hmm.
And, boy.
She's out there. She might actually be listening to
yeah, I think I saw her name scroll up, and Shaney. I was having a lot of problems staying on Facebook Live in the beginning because they've changed the format when you go live. It's really weird. Everything's like on different sides, and it takes a while for the names to come in and all that. But, I'll get used to it like everything else.
Yeah, you certainly do. Maria, one of the things I also wanted to just make sure to let you know about, and people that are listening know about, is that one of the other hats that I wear is as the publisher of Nightlife Exchange.
Oh, okay.
And we've been restructuring the site to,
all right.
to fit into the moment where we are.
Yep.
And one of the things we've been doing, and we want you to do one in the future, is we're doing the 6 questions, which was very popular for us
okay.
before. But now the questions are going to some of the, I guess you would call the leaders in the community that are running, producing, and everybody's different experience. And by answering the questions, hopefully everybody's learning about where everybody else is.
Right.
And can reach out and help each other. And,
I mean, that's kind of what this show is about tonight. Like, I want people to feel connected, because we're all in this strange space, and everybody's processing it differently, and it also, like, for me, depends on the day and the moment, how I'm processing
it.
It
absolutely does.
Yeah, so this is good. And how do they find the Nightlife Exchange, Scott?
It's Nightlife Exchange, NITE, LIFEEXCHANGE.
Okay, and that's
NightLifeExchange.com.
And you keep people updated on what's happening in the city and all that.
It's news about. Well, it used to be news and reviews, but we're not reviewing shows. What we're doing is turning the eye towards actually letting people know about different programs that are starting up for help, different shows that are streaming, and other news involving just the community that we're trying to cover that part of it.
Yeah.
We actually just put up today, we have a section up there now where you can go, we have all of the different links to the GoFundMe pages for the piano bars. I know that Brandy's is up there.
Yep.
The Duplex is up there, and Don't Tell Mamas.
Yep, wonderful.
And we've got to beat the drum and make sure that people are helping those people that are not working at the moment. And those clubs that I just mentioned have all been very supportive of their staffs.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And,
pages,
one thing, I mean, I have to say this because, everyone is in the same boat, but everyone's in the same boat. It's funny. It's like the Titanic. There are people in different rooms and doing different things, but we're all, the ship is kind of sinking right now. We'll be fine, but it feels like...
At that time that the Titanic was going down, Maria, remember that one thing that was there that they heard was music.
Music. I'll never forget that.
And that band played on, and it was near my God to thee, but
you know
it's
what?
all about music.
It's so funny that you said that, Scotty, because in that scene, I can't believe you said that. That is the scene that sticks out to me the most. I remember people were going for lifeboats, and I remember thinking, oh my God, the musicians are still playing. The musicians, and they played. They played till the end, and that's kind of what we do. Yeah, and so, I got to say, the club owners, it's not just the bartenders and singers and piano players. Those club owners are trying to stay afloat, and how do they stay afloat if no one is coming in because no one's allowed to come in because it's dangerous? So, really like a shout out to these club owners that are, they're trying to stay afloat, and so we have somewhere to go back and
very creative. Some of them are doing a great job of streaming things that they have. Also, I see the Duplex bumps out moments.
Absolutely.
This is what's going to, that's the stuff that I enjoy watching. I've seen a lot. Of course, there's going to be a flood of everybody doing streams.
Yep.
Piano Bar Live is going to be back. In another week or so, we're working on reformatting so that we can all be in our individual lockdowns.
Yeah.
So we'll be able to join each other on a split screen option. And I plan on pulling people from all different areas and mixing it all up and getting back to that feel that was what we were doing there at Piano Bar Live.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we're just we're getting used to like a new way of doing things, I guess. There's really... we really don't have much of a choice, but we have a choice in how we deal with it. We don't have a choice in what is happening, but we have a choice in how we deal with it, how we can react to it. And like I said, for me, depending on the day And the hour, I'm reacting differently.
I am as well. The one thing that's a constant is the fact that if I'm feeling well and I'm not sick, it's my responsibility to try and help everybody else that can't do that at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot of people that are having much worse issues with this situation than myself. For me, it really is just a matter at this moment. I'm just staying in and not going out.
Yeah.
Fortunately, the internet is a little choppy at times, but for the most part, it's been serving its purpose pretty well. I'm sorry that Facebook changed things up.
Yeah, they kind of changed their format, and I mean, I'm sure they have their reasons. Maybe they're trying to help and make it better. I'm such a creature of habit.
That could be it.
That I hate change. And it's so funny because you talk about hating change and having to deal right now. Everything seems to be changing, but
Facebook changed up a couple of times over the last 9 months that we've worked with it.
Yeah.
But we've been able to navigate it, and you will.
Yeah.
But the show is so important, Maria.
Oh, thank you, honey. I hope so. When I first started doing it, and for a long time, it was like, one of the only things that was going on there, and a lot of people now have jumped on, which is wonderful because now especially we need it more than ever. So people are reaching each other this way. So I hope it still is something people enjoy, and I'm going to keep doing it. I mean, I do it because I love to do it, and it keeps me connected. Go ahead.
We had the same experience on Piano Bar Live, and the fact of the matter is that it's good that you did all of this because you're dealing with this a lot better than other people that haven't experienced these changes, and you'll get your format.
Yeah.
But you know how to do this. You know how to do the talk show.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm a big ham. I mean, Scotty, I love to talk. Just, that's never been an issue. I know you too. I know. Well, that's the thing. So, honey, I want to say congratulations. I'm really happy for you, and you guys are doing beautiful work. And tell Michael I said hello, and Michael Barbieri and Michael Mackesy, and I love those guys, and I'm really glad for you. But it's not a surprise. It's a wonderful and I love it. I watch it as much as I can. Now I have more time, but even when I was driving to work before, I'd be on my way to the duplex, and I would put it on my phone in the car, and I would listen to it. So
I appreciate it, and I also appreciate the fact that you've been a guest and very supportive of it from the beginning.
Oh, and I will continue to be so. It's a beautiful thing that you guys are doing, because it's like an intergenerational thing. It's like you guys are showing people what it used to be like, but you're also pulling the younger people in, or the people that haven't been part of the group for a while. You're pulling them in, and I think that's wonderful.
I appreciate that. I have a good connection for that with a lot of young people working for me.
Yeah, I know you do, Scott. I know. So thank you, sweetheart.
Teaching them about cabaret and piano bar is a dream. So
yeah. Well, thank you, honey. I'm glad that we've been friends for a long, long time, and I appreciate you.
And we will for a long time after.
Yep, I hope
Maria.
so. All right, my love. Congratulations, and I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you, honey.
Bye-bye.
Bye, honey. Okay, so that's Scott Barberino. If you know cabaret, you'll know Scott Barberino. He's a tall drink of water, as they say. And he has been around a long time and seen a lot of changes in the community, and formats change and all that stuff. Believe me, it's changed. And so, but anyway, the next person, what I'm trying to do tonight, this is my hope. And, look, whatever's happening with all the streaming and the Facebook and everything's kind of all over the place, it's going to kind of be what it is, and I'm going to try to roll with it. But I do want to say that I always have an intention. I learned that from my boss at Morristown at the Impact Theater, Kathy Roy Spies. She's like so amazing. And she taught us, and I remembered it, to always have an intention when you go in to teach. What's your intention today? Like sometimes for me, I say, stay open, Maria. Just try to stay open. Or my intention is to get them to retain, or just to have them have fun, whatever, the intention is. So tonight my intention with the show, it was and is to really bring people together from all over the country. Like, I don't want people, like that was Scotty, he is in New York. I don't want people to feel alone. I know we're alone in our homes or apartments or wherever we are. Like, I know Mandar Chick Magnet there is in Jersey City, and Annette is in more up in Riverdale, Scarsdale, up that way, Westchester. And Ed Coutu is in Connecticut. He has Blade Salon in Connecticut, Rocky Hill. Now, Eddie, I'm sure the shop is closed now, right? So my sister, her shop, European Flair in West Concord, Mass., that she closed about a week ago. Joyce and Gina of 132 Ferry Street and of Joyce's Unisex Salon in Everett, they're closed. You know, people have to. All these businesses have been forced to close, and I mean for our own protection. It's not. I mean, at first I was opposed to. I was like, what? But now we got to do what we got to do. This is Darcy. Darcy Blakesley.
Hi.
Hi, sweetheart. Keep your voice up at that perfect level. That's nice, and we're projecting. Hi, sweetheart.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so glad that you were able to call in, that I got a hold of you today.
Oh, yeah, me too. I was trying to time it right, but I think that my video is off, so I don't know if I left you hanging for a minute.
No, it's fine. It's actually perfect. Right. But the video tonight, I was telling everybody I'm having...
Yeah.
It's just like a weird thing with Facebook.
That.
Yeah, and there's nothing I can do. It's a brand new format, and I'll have to play with it this week. But for now, I popped on, and there it was. So, Darcy, honey...
we have time to figure it out right now, don't we?
Yeah, we certainly do. But you know what's funny? No matter how much time I have, I still don't feel like cleaning.
Oh, I know.
Oh, that's just me.
When this first happened, I said to myself, great, well, that's it. The closet's getting done. I'm going to pull everything out. What has it been, 3 weeks? I haven't done here in my closet.
You know what I did do, though? I did pull out everything out of my refrigerator and freezer, and I cleaned that.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, and then my cabinets, my cupboards in my kitchen. But for some reason, I'm just still, I'm still a little messy. So I'm working on it. So, sweetheart, tell me now. You're in Los Angeles or close to it, right?
I am in Los Angeles. I am in the Valley area near, if anyone knows, Sherman Oaks, New York City, Universal City. My little pocket's called Valley Village.
Okay.
So, in LA, and
how is it being? Yeah. I mean, I know what it feels like for me, and you've lived in New York. That's where we met. We used to work together and sing together.
Yeah.
So, as being in California, now you know both places. You've lived in both places. I'm sure it feels different in California because you guys have more open air, right? More spaces.
We do. We have more personal space and more open air, a little more wide open space.
Right.
You know, we aren't crammed together.
Yeah, but so how is it affected? I mean, you, everything's closed though. You have no work right now, right? Your restaurant.
Right, that's right. I work in a restaurant, and they closed, and they were going to stay open. I don't know if this happened in New York, but they were going to stay open for takeout only.
Yeah.
And the owner of our restaurant decided it wasn't enough money. We do most of our business through reservations and the experience of dining there.
Right.
You've been there.
I love the restaurant is called Cade de Sol. And
Cade de Sol, right?
Yeah. So when you get off of this, maybe you can post it, or somebody can post. It's just the most amazing restaurant.
It's really good. People tell me all the time from all over the country what great Italian food is here. They weren't expecting it, because you don't expect it here in LA, but it's fantastic.
It's real. Yeah. I mean, we had so much fun. Me and Susie Campanero and Michael Woolley came there, and we went to see Darcy, and it was just such a great time. That was in October.
Really nice.
So now, really are you guys? Are you able to collect unemployment?
Yes. Yes.
Did you get through?
We did. The last day I worked, I believe, was the 13th of March, and I had a feeling. I just knew in my gut. I said, we're going to need to lock this down somehow. I'm going to go ahead and file for unemployment, and I just did it right away.
Wow.
Now, I still haven't gotten anything yet. They're bombarded.
Yeah, so I know.
It's taking time. And my friends and I are all in touch, my coworkers and everything. We've got a group text going. We're trying to help each other out.
Yeah.
Stay in contact. But yeah, all of us have filed. I had a feeling, and this is not to be like a bummer or anything, but I said, I don't think it's going to get wrapped up that quickly.
Right.
We're not going to just jump back into the restaurant business with a busy restaurant with people. I'm like, like a ton of people in it, you know, and all of this like physical interaction with people. I think this is going to take a little more time, and that's what I wanted to make sure. I was like, I'm not going to be back to work, maybe, you know, not for a couple of months. I mean, I hope, but I don't know.
I know. Yeah. It's really crazy, right?
Yeah.
I know, and the thing is here, like, same thing. We were all trying to hang on, and I just feel so bad for the owners because they're, you know, they want to keep the doors open, but like, you know, the bars we work in, there's not even any food to like. But a lot of the restaurants. So I'm praying for the owners of you know, the Duplex, Brandy's, Pina Stanvi, you know, the places that I work that are so good to me and that I have such a great experience. So I'm hoping that they can get some kind of deal where they can, you know, they're talking about in New York, like putting the mortgages on. Well, I think they have put mortgages on hold, but they haven't talked about rent yet. And I'm praying that they give. How about you guys? What's the story with rent out there?
No, they haven't talked about rent here either. There's some petitions going around.
Yeah.
They have set a moratorium on eviction, so no one can get evicted.
Right, we have that too.
Which is good.
We have that
can't
too.
Throw people on the street. But
I wish there was a way that they could just give businesses and people just like a little bit. Maybe they will.
We need a breathing room.
Yeah, just a couple of months to figure out what to do.
Exactly, because I'm actually not really too worried. I'm fortunate, but not too worried about April. I'm not worried about April, right?
Yeah, me too.
Worried about May, but June 1st, I don't know where that rent money.
Yeah, because what we do, we live on tips.
Well, that's right.
And the restaurants and bars,
paycheck to paycheck, but you know.
Yeah, close enough to it. And the restaurants we work at, they live on people coming in. You know, the bars.
They don't have a large stash of cash like some businesses. They don't have that. It really depends on revenue that they bring in. Come in
every week, I know. So, you know, look, it's just fingers crossed for everybody. We're just, you know, we're hoping for that. So what else can we do?
Yeah.
And Darcy, how's your family dealing with it? Your nephew is learning from remotely, right, from school?
Oh, yeah. My nephew, he's 11. Yeah. And so my sister is homeschooling him, and she says it's going terribly.
Yes.
So all you parents out there, oh my gosh, you're not alone. She's like, I can't get him to do anything. He's got an attitude with me, and all that. I'm just like, oh, honey, and yeah, she's broken down in tears, you know.
I know. I think
really difficult adjustment.
Yeah, for everybody. I mean, you know, the teachers are doing their job to make sure that everything is and still entertaining and engaging, and there's enough content, and that the kids. But you know, still we need the parents to log in. The parents to make sure, you know, you have to. And then I thought about this today. I'm like, oh, it's okay, fine if you have one kid and now you have one kid and you're working from home, which means you need a computer and your kid needs a computer. But now, how about if you have 2 or 3 kids and they're all trying to learn? I mean, what on earth? Let me see. When I hear that stuff, I'm very grateful.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, I think this has put everybody. Everybody has their own really difficult challenges with this. I mean, everybody.
Yeah.
You know, all walks of life here had something completely canceled. Had their life turned upside down, and something really difficult happened. You know what I mean? Like, it's just for everybody.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. And I so anyway, I wanted to. Mandar just posted that the only, which is also a dangerous job right now, that's growing is delivery drivers. You're right. And you know, some of you know, I also Uber, but right now I made a decision I felt like might be a dangerous thing right now. To you know, I mean, I could be out there doing it, but I just felt like, I don't know.
I would agree with it's peaking in New York or something right now.
Yeah, it's the epicenter of the whole country right now.
Yeah.
But I will tell you this, and I want to throw this out because thank you for reminding me, Mandar. If you do order from a restaurant, and I hope that you do, because these restaurants need to stay afloat so the rest of us can go back to work, and also the owners don't go under, is don't order through what you're used to, Seamless or Grubhub. Everybody's used to ordering through those, but those services take 30%. So the problem is that the restaurants have to pay them 30% of what they're taking in. So for now, if you can go old school and just call the restaurants directly, I mean, don't worry about places like Taco Bell and Burger King. That they have it like, that's all sewn into what they charge. But if the mom and pop shops, call them directly. They have a delivery person, most places. If they don't, then you can go through Grubhub. But they have a delivery person now, and they will deliver. That person will be making their tips, and the owners don't have to pay a 30% fee. It's really high. So that's something to remember that I just found out. Hi, Lisa Crooker.
That's a really good point.
A lot of people are coming on. I'm trying to, Catherine, she's in Florida. She just bought a restaurant, and it's only been 7 months. And I know, it's like, how do people stay afloat? Oh, man, I'm telling you. Listen, all we can do, this is all new. It's all new to everybody. Just like even this Facebook platform tonight, which is driving me crazy, is new. Everything is new tonight, and we just have to... what can we do? We just have to roll with it.
We have to roll with it and depend on each other and serve one another with connection over the phone and FaceTime and with the art and music, because that's the only thing we can do. I know. It's amazing to not be able to plan a week what I'm going to be doing next week. It's amazing and have no idea.
You know what is so crazy that you said that? I actually wrote some lyrics because I'm writing a song, and it's exactly about that. People like us are so used to planning everything. Like, I don't have any plans. Like, I have, that's not true. I have to teach tomorrow. I have 3 classes to teach online. I mean, I do have a lot of Zoom meetings with my different jobs, which is great.
That's great.
Yeah, which is good. People are staying connected. And this show, thank God. Like, today I thought it was Thursday. Can you believe that? I was talking to my friend Jill.
Right now, I can't believe that.
And she was like, no, honey, today's Tuesday. I was like, oh, my God. And then I had to snap, too, and remember, like, Maria, get it together. So what are you going to do? Anyway, Darcy, I want to thank you. Krista Piero has put 3 giant hearts on the stream on the side there. He loves you. And we love Chris.
Big hugs and kisses to Chris.
I know. Wow. So, anyway, honey, hang in there. Tell your sister and your nephew that I said hello.
Thank you. I will. I'll tell them. Thank you so much. It was so nice to chat with you.
You too, honey.
I would love coming on and chatting with you anytime. And my love just goes out to everybody. Everybody listening. I just want to collectively hug the world.
I know. Well, that's a good attitude, Darcy. That's a really good attitude. So, anyway, thank you, honey, and thank you for filling us in on what's happening out in L.A., so...
Yeah.
Then I love your governor. Okay. He's great.
He is great. I love the governor. I like my mayor. I'm really happy with them.
Yeah, it's nice when you like your leaders, right?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, sweetheart. Oh, well, sending you a big hug, okay?
Okay, you too.
All right, bye, sweetheart.
All right, bye.
Okay, so that's Darcy Blakesley. So I see a few people coming through, which is great, because as I said, this is making me crazy, this Facebook thing, and because it's a different format, and I'm such a creature of habit. This is making me crazy. Boy, am I being challenged by all of this. I got to tell you a couple of good things, though. Like, I was trying to think, there's bad things and then there's good things, right? In everything, I always see, my mother used to say that. There's always, like, people say silver lining. There's always, like, one of my friends this week, maybe it was Jill. Jill tends to calm me down. I think Jill said there are blessings in everything. I think that was Jill. But, there are blessings in everything. It's so funny because, like, my dad and I... All right, so I was thinking about this. I was thinking, oh, my God, if I was OCD right now, which I'm not judging it. I just am grateful I'm not, because I would be losing my mind. Because, I would be that person that was already afraid or a germaphobe or any of that stuff. You'd be losing your minds. Here's the silver lining for me. But if you're a pack rat, which I am, this is our time. This is our time. My dad, total pack rat. He's worse than I am. Like, you go down to my dad's basement and it's just like tons of toilet paper and paper towels. Tons. And he lives alone. Since my mom's gone, it's just him. And my sister always says, what the hell is he going to do with all that stuff? well, his day has arrived. You know, he's like the king of the hill right now, right? Last week, Susie Campanero's mom called in from Florida, and she said, oh, I hope I'm still on. Yeah. Oh, did I knock us off again? Oh, man. Okay, stay on page. Well, and do not want to continue. And, stay on page. Let's see. Oh, my God, I don't know if I'm going live anymore. I don't think so. I think that's the old one. Okay, gotta go live again. All right, let's go. Let's do this again. We're just going to keep doing it. Leo is going to have to splice this together at the end. He's going to have to do it. Okay. So we keep getting kicked off here. Too many things going on at once. Okay, so I think we're back. Yep, I think we're back now. All right, so just so many different things going on. Yeah, we got kicked off again, and so we're back. So what I was saying, it's a great time to be a pack rat. Like I did have a lot of stuff that I already had from people who are like, are you going to go to Costco? I'm like, I already went a couple weeks ago before I even know I needed to go. So so that was the good part. I already had a bunch of stuff, and I'm someone whose freezer is always stocked, so that's the good news. Okay, yeah, Mandar, we popped back on, right? We got kicked off. So what are you going to, there's nothing you can do. Okay, so now what I would like to do, let me see what time it is. Leo, I'm going to have Leo call in like 5 minutes. How's that, Leo? Will you call in 5 minutes? In the meantime, yeah, and Leo, you poor baby, he's going to have to splice this together for the YouTube channel. Because it's literally, I think, so far in 3 parts. Crazy. But anyway, okay, so we have reached the point of our show called, what is the point of this part of our show called? It's called, go ahead, keep eating. That's right. Here's our apron. Our apron is $25 if you're interested. I got a couple left. Not many, but I am going to reorder. Leo is going to help me do that. Because I didn't order many. Those are $25 because they cost a little more. These are $10. What's the story with Maria tote bags? Keep eating. Go ahead, keep eating. You know what's great about this tote bag? You can wash it. So you take it to the store, you grab your groceries, and if you want, you throw it right in the laundry, and then you got a nice clean bag. So, oh boy, so many things. I'm seeing a lot of things pop up. Elaine, I'm sorry. I hope that your friend is going to be okay. I want to do a couple of shows. Oh, let's do the go ahead, keep eating. You see what I'm talking about? My brain is on overload, full of fear and overload, but I'm trying to just calm myself down. Okay, so what did I make tonight? Usually when my guests are here, I make these elaborate things, right? But it's not just me. It's like a couple of people. Usually it's me and 2 other people. So tonight, what I did was I made something for just me. And because I was on the keto diet for about 6 months, and I love the keto diet. For me, it worked. I lost 30 pounds. Now I have gained at least 10 back. Because I've been eating like a crazy person. And one of the things that I have gone back to off the keto diet, this smells delicious, by the way, is bread, because I hadn't eaten bread in I don't know how long. But I found this really amazing bread today. And I got to tell you, this is called Brooklyn Bread, Bread. So Brooklyn Bread, and these are called bistro rolls, and they're potato rolls. So what they are is they're almost like these flatbreads, and super thin. And what I did was I had cheddar cheese there, ham, grilled ham, and then I just like lightly grilled it on each side on really low heat, because otherwise you're going to burn it. You see that burns really quickly. But just enough to melt it. And then I sliced some beautiful plum tomatoes, and I made a delicious sandwich, and my favorite, wavy potato chips, those with ridges. Those are my favorite. So this is what I'm having for dinner, and it smells so good. And then for my salad, I love salad, but I haven't been eating much salad at all because I've been like on a tear. But I'm trying to get back to the salad. So tonight I made a nice romaine lettuce, cherry tomatoes, Bermuda onions, beets. Can you see the beets? I love beets. I don't know about you guys, but I love beets. And at Trader Joe's, they have these amazing baby beets. They're in this little shrink-wrapped package, and they're like really, really good and fresh. And so I buy the baby beets. It's not even expensive. Trader Joe's is the best. And then and cilantro. I have cilantro in there. And I threw a little chili, like a chili oil almost. It's very spicy, like not an olive oil, it's a chili oil. And then I squeezed a lime on that. So it's kind of like almost like a little bit like a Mexican dish, a little bit like a Dominican salad. If we were in a Dominican restaurant, this would also have corn on it. So, but I always love those salads. Really good. And then for dessert, chocolate chip cookies. Pepperidge Farm has delicious soft baked cookies. And I've been on a tear with these. So that's what I am enjoying after the show tonight, as I watch the spliced pieces of this crazy broadcast and want to throw something at the screen. But look, I am trying to not lose my mind. And I'm, what else are we going to do? Before Leo calls in, I do want to see what time it is, and then we're going to have Leo call in 2 minutes. I want to shout out the first responders. And what I mean by first responders, there's Leo now. Let's do Leo first. Hi, Leo Rodriguez.
Hi, chocolate chip cookies.
That's right, Leo Rodriguez. Those things never change. Leo now is calling us from, tell everybody where you live now, Leo.
I am in Portland, Oregon. Hi, everybody.
Portland, Oregon. So he's all the way on that would be northwest, right?
Northwest, right, northwest.
Okay.
I'm a cowboy now.
All right. And so Darcy called in from L.A., and Leo called in from, right. So
Darcy's where my family lives. My family's in L.A. My brother's in East Los Angeles at the house where I grew up, and my parents are now in the house, in their houses up in Idlewild.
Wow. And I'm so glad you got to see your mom a few weeks ago because she had a 75th birthday, right?
Yeah, 75.
Can you imagine? I'm so glad that it happened before all this craziness.
Well, I think we mentioned it, but it was at that point that there was one or two. It's just started to break out back then. That was February 3rd was her birthday, and when I got off the plane, my brother sprayed me down with Lysol.
Wow, really?
Yeah, back then. Cause,
back then, and what was the date on that?
That was February. I flew in February 1st, I believe it is.
February 1st, and your brother was aware of that then, right?
Yep.
Good for him.
Yeah, well, I mean, we all had heard about it, but everybody was playing it off. It was nothing. But
you're right. It was being called a hoax back then. But those of us on the East Coast and the West Coast, maybe some people in between, but we knew it wasn't. And also, if you talk to any medical people, you knew something was coming and it was big, and you had to watch out for it. Even back then, we all had our hand sanitizers and all that stuff, right?
Well, the first county on the West Coast that broke out with it is not too far from where I live now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the senior citizen home, or the care center. So.
Listen, I'm going to do this. I want to talk about, while I have you on the phone, because I miss you so much, I want to talk about our first responders who are, so on the front lines right now. My heart bursts with gratitude and pain for the doctors, the nurses, the EMTs, anyone that is working in a hospital that is dealing with these people, the police officers, all of them, like the firefighters, anyone that is dealing with the public right now that has to be there. And, oh my God, am I glad they are there? Because where really would we be without them? And
it would be scary.
Can you imagine? Now, a particular shout out to Lynn Portis' daughter, Jackie Giuliano. She is Dr. Jackie Giuliano. I have known her since she was 6. I have loved her since the day I laid eyes on her. And she was such a sweet little thing, and she still she's grown up to be a superwoman, and I have nothing but love and admiration. And she is right there on the front lines, and I'm sending my love to her. Also, I want to shout out to Richie, who is Nicole's Lynn Portis's other daughter, Nicole, her husband Richie, he is in law enforcement, and thank you, Richie. Also, my friend Louis Ramirez, who is a captain, he's out on the boat in the harbor right now. Ray Irizarry, he's in the Bronx. He is also in the NYPD. Brendan Ryan, NYPD. Those are people I want to say thank you to for being out there. But also, what people don't think about every day is your cab drivers, is your Uber drivers who are out there trying to help people.
People that are still in markets or Costco or Safeway that are still working.
You just took the words right out of my mouth. If you are going to a grocery store right now, your cashiers are dealing with so many people, even though they space them out. And some of them have masks, some of them don't, but some of them have gloves, some of them don't. They're dealing with money, credit, everything. I mean, please be extra nice to these people that are out there. Your pharmacist, anybody that you walk into a Walmart.
If you think about it, you're one person and you're surrounding yourself, but these are people that stand in the line to take your cash, to deal with your hands and help your problems, and they're dealing with not just one person in their day. They have multiple people, and who knows? We don't even know who is a carrier or not, or how long it incubates all the way through. So you have to
be extra nice. Like I've been saying thank you. Yeah, gratitude in your attitude. Thank you, Leo. You always listen in class. So, honey, what are you, because I'm eating like a crazy person, what are you eating out there? Are you eating like a crazy person too? You've been cooking, right? I've been watching you cook.
I've been cooking. Well, one of my favorite things, the chorizo, right? The Mexican chorizo.
I love chorizo.
I like it. Well, out here, they make it especially with beef. And it's I grew up with beef chorizo because my grandmother was allergic to pork.
Right. Okay.
So it's just a wonderful taste to get back. So I've been having that. I cook that many different ways with cheese, like a fundido, or I have it for breakfast with eggs.
Yeah, that sounds delicious.
You love my pozole.
I love your pozole, but I love your mole. Your mole is to die. It's just amazing. It's like this stuff that he makes. It's like a sauce, but it's like. I've never had anything like it in my
life. Spicy chili Mexican chocolate sauce.
Unbelievable. And if it sounds crazy, it's not. It's like you'll be addicted to it. It's so good.
It's wonderful. Well, but sweet and savory go together.
Yeah, those are my favorite two things together. And now, Leo, you're out of work too because you went to open a restaurant, and that restaurant is on hold, right?
Yep. I'm like everyone else. Darcy was talking about it, and we're waiting for unemployment. I put in some good many years in New York and managed and opened and closed a couple of restaurants, and now I'm looking back, and I don't think I wasn't on unemployment until 2015. In between the hotels and being on the boat, so I should have some of that money that I hard work put into it. Nobody giving it to me for free. I worked my butt off for it.
Yeah, I know. Well, what people have to remember about it, let me just, I don't want to go off on a tangent, and we only have about 5 minutes left, but I do need to say this. Unemployment is your money. When you see SS on your checks, since I've been working since I was a kid, but, for my dad, but when I was 16, I actually filled out and worked they started taking money out. Taxes, SS is Social Security. So they FICA, whatever you want to call it. They take that out of your check every week since I was 16. And that is your money. And so unemployment is your money. It's like a savings account that you save every week in case of a rainy day. Well, it is raining. So that is your money. I must remind people of that.
I was thinking about that, and as I've been stuffing my face and roasting chicken, I've been eating a lot of vegetables. You'd be proud of me, though.
Yes, not me. I got to get back to it because I usually eat a ton of vegetables, but.
Well, then again, I don't know if corn and peas. Well, they count. They should count, right?
Yeah.
But I've been doing my history research and trying to remember and keep in my mind that we are the human race, and just like animals, we've been here on this earth for a long time. We've gone through rubella, we've gone through the scarlet fever, we've had measles, we've had the plague, and look, we're still existing. So as long as we band together...
I know, that's what it is. That's what I want us to do, band together tonight. So, Anyway, honey, I just wanted you to call in and tell you I love you, and we're going to be in touch. And I'm going to reorder some merchandise because people have been very sweet and been getting merchandise, and it really is extremely helpful. So thank you so much.
That's wonderful. I love it. I carry both of my bags when I go shopping.
Well, thank you, my honey, and you can wash those, which is so great. So I love you, honey. Look, these are going to be in 3 pieces, I think, this show, or 2 pieces at least. I don't know. So when you put it on Facebook Live, I know. By the way, Leo runs our YouTube page, and he puts all the shows together and puts them up on YouTube. So if you're looking to watch something, now that you have a little extra time, go back and watch some of the What's the Story with Maria episodes. And Leo, thank you. I'll take care of you. If he's going to have to put this episode together. It's just Facebook is just giving me a really hard time tonight.
And if everybody wants to, I've been replaying some of the Maria episodes in the morning. If you're having coffee and want to have some good times with Maria, join me in the chat and stuff. You guys, my friends and families, you make me feel happy. I love you.
Oh, we love you too, honey. So thank you, and I'll talk to you in the next few days, okay?
Hey, kisses.
All right. Love you.
Bye.
Okay. How much time, Jimmy? Like a minute?
1 minute.
You go. 1 minute.
1 minute. Okay, so I want to thank Jim Bell. He is our producer and engineer. He is in New Hampshire. I want to thank Joe Rocks. They run Armed Radio. Thank God for them. I want to thank Mayor de Blasio, although he drives me crazy normally, but he's working his tail off. And more than anything, I want to thank Governor Andrew Cuomo because he is amazing. Jimmy, I know you got to close us out, so go ahead, but I'm going to play out, and you just close us whenever you want, okay?